Alien Isolation was originally released back in 2014 and has been playable in VR in one form or another since the Oculus Rift DK1 days. More recently, the MotherVR mod by Nibre has allowed both Oculus and Steam VR headsets to play this fantastic game in virtual reality. In this video, I want to take a quick look at the mod and show how it performs on an RTX 3080 based system. So let's take a look.
Immersed Robot.
Hello everyone, welcome to Immersed Robot. So in this video I'm taking a quick look at the MotherVR mod which allows you to play Alien Isolation in VR. And I remember trying Alien Isolation on a DK2 back in, it must be sometime around 2015, very early 2016, before I picked up the original HTC Vive anyway. And I remember trying it, but I only had a very quick time with it. It was in a retail store actually, they had a demo unit set up just showcasing virtual reality, and when I tried the game I was impressed, but it's difficult to get a handle on exactly what it's like in that kind of retail environment where you've got people waiting in line to have their turn and stuff like that. But I remember being impressed with it back then. So this mod allows you to play it on your Oculus or Steam VR based headset now, and the mod itself has been around for quite a while. I remember trying it a few years ago now, but it's had various improvements over time and various functionality added into it and just smoothing things over, making it a more seamless experience. The mod itself is very easy to install. You just download it from the website, which I'll put a link to in the description to this video, and then you just copy over a file over to the game directory, and then you can basically play it. You set it up, it works in a very seamless way where you can activate VR mode through the actual in-game menu system, and you just follow the instructions. It's relatively straightforward, there's not a lot to it really, but once you're up and running you're straight in. Now I'm using a Valve Index to play this game, and this footage is recorded when I was a few hours into the game. Now the thing to realise about this mod is it works very much like Resident Evil 7 did on the PlayStation VR. You don't get any hand presence at all within this game. It's more a gamepad based game or a mouse and keyboard type of game. Now you can use VR motion controllers like the Oculus Touch or even the Valve Index controllers, but they basically work more or less as a gamepad. You still don't get any hand presence with those controllers, unfortunately. But if you go in with that kind of expectation, think of it as like a Resident Evil 7 kind of VR implementation, then you won't be disappointed, and it does play really well even keeping that in mind. The game sort of thrives on this sort of ambience of tension, and there's plenty of sort of jump scares throughout, and it's very much a stealth oriented game. Now I've played quite a few hours of this. I played it originally when the game first came out, and I played through quite a few hours on my PlayStation 4, and then I've also played quite a few hours within VR as well. It's quite addictive once you get into it. It's got quite a slow start, but once it gets moving then the tension really rises, and the story around it, the narrative and the overall ambience and the vibe of it, it's very, of course it's got that science fiction backdrop to it as well, which I always enjoy anyway in any game, and this one really plays on that vibe, and it's just a fantastic game to play anyway. I really do enjoy it, and although this VR mod isn't the ideal implementation I would like in VR, of course I'd like motion controllers, room scale and that kind of stuff, it doesn't have all of that, but what it does have is solid and it works really well. And it's quite a long game as well, if memory serves. I can't remember exactly an hour count, but it does go on for quite a long time, probably a bit too long in all honesty, but you do get quite a substantial VR experience with this as well. And if you can put up with the tension and the jump scares all the way through, then you'll have a fantastic time in this game. Now, just very quickly on the performance with this mod, I don't want to stay on this for too long, I'll just do sort of an abridged version of what I usually do with performance. But basically while running through this and showing you this footage here, I had Steam VR Super Sampling set to 100%, and the in-game graphical settings were also set on their default setting, which was actually very high. It was actually just defaulted to a very high setting for me anyway. I'll show you that here. But basically then what I did for the different refresh rates, I just controlled performance through the in-game resolution scaling, because although Steam VR Super Sampling shows 100%, you can control separately through the implemented MotherVR menu section, you can control in-game resolution scaling as well. So I was able to run at 90Hz in the Valve Index, 90 frames per second at 1.7 resolution scaling, and I could maintain that relatively comfortably. There weren't too many dips, very occasional dips here and there, but these are are the sort of measurements that I got in terms of keeping the experience as solid as it could be, really. I then tried 120 Hz, 120 frames per second in the Valve Index, and I was able to get to around 1.4 resolution scaling in-game for that and maintaining a constant frame rate. And then if you drop right back down to 80 Hz, 80 frames per second, I was able to get comfortably 1.8, possibly even 1.9 resolution scaling. If I went all the way up to 144 Hz in the Valve Index, then, you know, I could only get to sort of 1.0 resolution scaling in this game. But, you know, I settled back down on 90 Hz. I think 1.7 gave a really, really sharp, clear, crisp image, and it looked fantastic and ran really well as well. But that's it, really. I just wanted to quickly share this mod for anybody that isn't aware of it. I'm sure many people already are aware of it. There are plenty of videos showing you how to do this on YouTube as well anyway, if you are interested. As I say, it's very easy to install. There really isn't a lot to it, and you can be up and running with it in just a few minutes, really, in VR. So I recommend people giving this a try. It is a stealth game. It is horror based, really, as well, so you need to like those two kinds of games, really. But yeah, it's a fantastic experience if it's your kind of thing. But thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of this mod in comments if you give it a try. Keep me updated if there's anything else that you think I've missed when talking about this mod. I'm sure there's plenty of things. I usually miss plenty of things, so that's a given anyway, but let me know in comments anyway. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Please consider supporting Immersed Robot on Patreon, or joining the Discord, or following me on Twitter, or better yet, all of the above. Links in the description below.